The Ramones, Blondie, Tucking Heads, Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, LIEGWB, FTR, and the BQE. Bus stops, taxi drivers, walk ups and high rises, Beaker Street and Mulberry, and the Staten Island Ferry, Rikers Island, Wall Street, MoMA, Lady Liberty, Park Slope, Brooklyn Heights, Williamsburg, and Bed-Stuy. Watch out.
Welcome to my show tonight. Now this is the new format that we have, and I'm here with my angels tonight. I'll tell you, try to kill me, all of you. Anyway, let me introduce them. These are my beautiful girls. I love them. We got Amy, we got Autumn, we got Lucy, and we got Carissa. And tonight we have a hell of a show. And I really can't, you know, I love this new format that we have.
We love it too.
Yeah, right in the middle, right where I belong.
In the middle of all the women.
What do you think, Julia? Right where I belong, right? There you go, okay. Anyway, oh wait, now before we start off, hold on, because I'm hearing an echo. And I don't have my hearing aids on, so it's not me. But, oh wait, you know, I don't know where these people, where is this?
With my accent, I don't know if it's going to come out right. Chilliwack?
Where is that?
Oh gosh, that's what it looks like.
Is it Canada or something, or where is it? Where is that?
BC? What does that stand
British
for?
Columbia.
Well, I don't know where.
British Columbia.
Oh, British Columbia. Oh, naturally, BC. Well, I thought it meant before Christ. I wasn't sure. Okay, well, there's these people that I met down in Little Italy, and they were four of the nicest people I ever met, and they were down at La Bella Cafe, and I did say that when I start the new format, I would say hello to them, and I want to say hello to Jay and Carrie, and Nancy and Ray. Hey, yeah, when you come back to Little Italy, hey, you go, call me up.
Columbia.
When you go down to Little Bella for hours, ask for me. I'll come down and see you. Okay, and I'll email you. Don't worry about it. So now, and you know, I see Carissa and Autumn. I see them a little bit more than I've seen Lucy and Amy. Amy and Lucy.
There you go.
And I really did. I miss these four girls. I really do. And I don't dream about them yet. I wish I would. I'm only joking. But anyway, we have a hell of a show today. And we got this guy named Steve Maglio. And I was down at a restaurant in Little Italy. What's it? Il Coutil, right? Yeah. Il Coutil restaurant in Little Italy on Mulberry Street. And I heard him for the first time. And this guy, not only does he have a great voice, but I just love these songs that he sings, you know. And this guy is fabulous.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
you know, I don't want to take away from this guy. So, please, oh wait, and then let's see. So I did that. Wait up, there's before I forget, because otherwise these people are gonna break my chops. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And then there's another guy. What's his name? James. Napadano, okay, and he's having a fundraiser at the Most Precious Blood Church fundraiser down in Little Italy, and that's
what it's called, the Most Precious Blood Church?
Most Precious Blood, right.
Yes.
Well, last time I walked in that church, the statues walked out.
That's the name of it though, the Most Precious Blood
Yeah, that's the name of the
Church?
church, Most Precious Blood.
Wow.
Is it?
I just never heard of a church
Now,
like that.
See Uncle Floyd? That's Uncle Floyd.
Yeah, he'll be a guest.
Now, Uncle Floyd will be a guest next month on the show.
Yeah.
There with the hat. Okay, anyway.
Steve.
So anyway, I plugged this guy. Let me see, did I plug anybody else? Oh yeah, the Steve Marshall Band, wherever he is. He has there he is back there. Okay, now, please, I'm sorry. Would you give this guy a nice hit? I mean, he's
Welcome
just
back,
the best.
Steve.
Steve Maglio.
Take it away.
Out of the tree of life I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till our lips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day of mine. Come the day of mine. I'm gonna teach you how to fly. We've only tasted the wine. We're gonna drain the cup dry. Wait till your charms are right for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, but baby, you ain't left the ground. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. I'm gonna draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. There ain't nothing like it round here. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day of mine. Come the day you're mine, and you're gonna be mine. Out of the tree of life I just picked a plum. Thank you. Thank you. Since you're all Sinatra lovers, we'll do another Sinatra song for you. That sounds like it right there. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You're all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I'm in love with you. Let me play up among all the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and on Mars. In other words, hold on to my hand. In other words, fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. Because you are all I long for, all I worship and to adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. And you too.
All right.
That's right. Very nice, Steve. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Steve, that was so
See you
beautiful.
again.
Now you met all the girls, right? Amy and
Hi,
Autumn
you again.
and Amy and Lucy and Carissa. You know, every time
the Four
you
Seasons,
sing,
this is nice.
and I mean
This is
it,
nice in those
and I know I'm right in the middle, right where I belong. But I want to say something, and I mean it's in all respect. But every time you sing, you put me in that mood. I'm not going to say what mood that is.
Of all the guys that get in that mood, right? I got 4 girls here, he gets in the mood. Go
Well, last time I said that, Juliana and Aaron, they both ran away from me, and I didn't see them for 6 months. But that's another story. Well, now, I know that not only do you play, that you've entertained in Little Italy, but you're all over. You're in Atlantic City, you're upstate New York.
Well, I'm every Saturday night at the Carnegie Club right here in New York.
Okay.
The Carnegie Club is on West 56th Street, right across from the back end of Carnegie Hall. And every Saturday night we have 11-piece big band, and we sing all Sinatra stuff.
Very nice.
And it's one of the few places in New York where you're still allowed to smoke cigars and cigarettes indoors legally.
Must be
When you say I
amazing.
can't be around
Like,
smoke,
really is.
I was just gonna bring all 4 of them up there with me. But I can't be around smoke.
It really is like being in the old-fashioned nightclub. It's nice.
Yeah.
Connie Francis came in. She
I
said, I can't believe it.
So in other words, if I come up there, I gotta smell the smell of smoke or something.
It's not so bad. I tell you, it's not so bad. There's a very high ceiling, and they just renovated, so they all the ductwork is all cleaned out, and it's not as bad as you would think. They
Yeah.
really just finished redecorating. It's beautiful.
It has that New York,
It
you
really
know,
it's
that
got the old
romance of the
nightclub
old.
flavor
Yeah,
to it.
that's
It really
that's
is
what
nice.
you're really saying.
And you
Well,
can't
I-
find a big band in
was
New
gonna
York
say,
anymore.
no,
Not on a
I
regular
don't think
basis.
I've heard of
We
that.
got 11 pieces.
Well, I know that each and every one of them, before you came on today, they all had questions. So I want them all to talk. Get Amy.
Well, you perform so much and you're fabulous, and I see you and you're just alive. My first show here was with you as a guest, actually, and you just seem to be so in love with the music and what you're singing, and it just puts me in this romantic, happy mood, and I love it. Do you ever get tired of it? Is there ever a day where you're like, I don't want to do this, or is it just
No.
like you love it so much that you...
No, as a matter of
It
fact, I
has the
remember
same
somebody asked Tony Bennett one time, do you ever get tired of singing?
Yeah.
I left my heart in San Francisco. And he said, that's like asking me if I ever get tired of making love.
And
I heard him saying that. I said, wow, that's a great answer. That's
That's a
it.
good
Yeah,
answer.
It really does.
Yeah.
I love what I do, and I would sing every night if I could.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally
Lucky
apparent when
you.
you're singing. It's great.
I would say that.
How about you, Autumn?
Well, where did this all start? I mean, you're singing.
You starting to shower like
It
when
started,
you...
I first discovered Sinatra. I was 8 years old. Just moved from East Harlem up to the Bronx.
From where?
From East Harlem. Moved
Oh,
up to
from-
the Bronx.
okay.
Pleasant Avenue. Moved up to the Bronx, and I didn't know any of the other kids, so I had to walk back and forth to school by myself the first couple of days because I didn't know anybody. And I had heard Sinatra singing My Kind of Town, and the tune stuck in my head. So when I was walking back and forth, I would sing the song to myself, kind of pass the time as I was walking. And once I got used, you could say, got a little tired of hearing the song. I said, let me start looking at this album that we had, A Man and His Music. I said, let me see the rest of the songs on this album. And that's when I started to fall in love with the Sinatra music.
Really can change your mood. You know, it's like it just puts you. I notice for me, it always puts me in a good mood whenever
Yeah,
I hear
and everybody
it.
says, isn't it amazing that you sound so much like him? And I said, I don't know if that's inborn or if it's just because I was singing those songs so much as a kid, if my voice
Your
just
voice
developed that way
develops.
because I forced it to. You know, I don't know. But now it's natural. I can't sound like, and if I tried to sing Dion and the Belmonts, it's going to sound like Sinatra.
Well, you know, when I was in El Hotel, because of you, my food got cold.
And that's saying a lot.
I was listening to sing. I forgot I had food in front of me. Lucy, go ahead.
Well, you put me, obviously you were talking about the different moods that Frank Sinatra puts
He
us
put you in the mood too.
Well, I don't know if you put me in
You
that
know what?
mood.
Put them all in the mood.
You put me in a mood of missing my granddad. He brought me up on...
Granddad?
I know, right?
Ah, I thought there was some more love or something. You granddad, I guess.
No, my granddad's back in England. I miss him terribly, but he would always play the Sinatra songs. So you singing that puts me in a very homely
Good
sort of
place,
state.
good
Frank made an album called Great Songs from Great Britain.
Oh.
I'll bet he has it, because
He
for
probably-
years you couldn't get it in this country. You could only get it in England.
He
Yeah, so
probably,
he probably
had that
got
one
it.
over there. What I was going to ask you is, out of all the events, I'm sure you've done many different places, you've sang at many different places, which one's been your favourite or the most memorable for you?
Well, the Carnegie Club, I would have to say, is my favorite, because you know, I've been there over 7 years now. That's like being home.
You
So that's
performed
comfortable.
at the Carnegie Club?
Yeah, not Carnegie Hall, the Carnegie
Oh,
Club's across the street from the
Carnegie
Carnegie.
Hall,
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a show with the Symphony Orchestra in Guayaquil, Ecuador.
Wow.
That was exciting for me.
Did people know the songs there?
Yeah, oh, they're big Sinatra fans. I had trouble doing the radio and television interviews for the promotion. They had to keep translating everything. But last year, I got a chance to work with Dean Martin's daughter, Dina, and Vinny Falcone, Frank Sinatra's old piano player, works with her. So I got a chance to do a couple of shows with them.
That is
and
awesome.
that was exciting
That's
for me to be able to work with them.
Carissa, I know you had some questions.
Well, I'm wondering, is there anything else that turns you on as much as music and singing? Any other hobbies or interests that just besides making love?
I wasn't even thinking of that one.
That's what you were talking about.
Maybe that
No, but
part.
really, I mean, you
leave her
are
alone.
genuinely very, very happy and satisfied by that. But for instance, are you singing at home at all? Because you know how sometimes when people are chefs, that doesn't mean they cook at home, because
Right.
that's their work. Do you catch yourself singing? Do you even sing in your own head? And then secondly,
Yeah,
what
I
else do
still
you
do.
do? Are you a reader? Are you a runner? Do you bike? Do
No,
you,
old movies I like.
oh, come on.
Old movies.
What's
yeah.
your favorite old
See if I have a
Look at old
question.
soul. in a way.
Godfather's everybody's favorite movie. I would have to say I think the best movie ever made was Gone with the Wind. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would be The Godfather.
I'll see if I have a question. Have you ever met Sinatra?
No. I met his granddaughter, AJ, Nancy's daughter, a couple of times. Because once a year, Patsy's on 56th Street
Right.
has Frank Sinatra's birthday. They still celebrate his birthday. They have a
that's
party.
Patsy's on what street?
West 56th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay,
that
well,
was
there's a
Sinatra's favorite
Patsy's on
restaurant.
113 or 117, right?
118th Street, First Avenue. That was Patsy's Pizza.
Right.
That was his favorite pizza.
Oh,
shop.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Patsy's on 56th Street was his favorite restaurant. And so every year upstairs they have a birthday party for him. And I hosted it the past couple of years.
Oh, that's so nice.
And,
Well, I've met him
and
a
that's
few
always good. I mean,
times.
she came a couple of times.
Did she
AJ.
hear you sing and
I
everything?
met Sinatra a few times, and it started off down in Florida. And when he asked me my name, I said Vinny. And when he was leaving, he said, "Hey Benny, I'll see you later." So I left it alone. And then the next time I seen him again down in Florida, "Hey Benny, right?" Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So then the third time I seen him, he said, "Benny, right?" I said, "You keep calling me Benny, it's Vinny." He said, "What, are you correcting me?"
Not at all.
So then
Frank.
I went to go see him at Carnegie Hall, and I was with a female friend back then, and he was getting out of the car, and she says, "Oh, look, there's Frank Sinatra." And I seen him, and I waved to him, and he said, "Come over here." So he says, "What are you doing around here?" I said, "I came to see you." He says, "Where are you sitting?" I said, "I don't know." I showed him the ticket, and he ripped them up. I don't want to say, like, "What are you doing?" I don't want to, So he says, this is up in the balcony. So he said, "Just go to the door. Tell him I said for you to put you up front."
Huh?
I said, then he walks away. Now, when I go to the door, do I tell him my name is Vinny or Benny?
Benny, yeah.
Payback for
So I went to
correcting
the door and I said, "Well, will they tell these people? I don't know. He just ripped up my ticket. Now I'm going to look like an idiot. I'm going to go to the door and say, Frank Sinatra told me I should sit in the front. What's your name?" "Well, I got a couple of names. Vinny Benny or Benny Benny,
I would imagine everybody that Frank sent there had a couple of names.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, but one thing about him, he was a very good tipper.
Heard that.
I worked in a place well, I don't even know if I should mention it. This is down in Treasure Island, back in the early mid-60s, and he walked in, and I was told, I was a maitre d', that when somebody comes in and say, "Hey, I'd like a table," you got to say, "Did you make reservations?" And if they say no, then I'm sorry, I don't have them. But if a guy comes in and goes, "Hey, you got a table for me?" and he puts his hand in his pocket, you know you're going to get juice.
Right.
So this guy came in and says, "I need a table." I said, "Did you make a reservation?" He goes, "No." I said, "Well, I don't have anything right now." He says, "You hear what I said?" "I heard you said you want a table." He said, "It's for Frank." It doesn't matter who it's for. But he didn't say Sinatra. He just said Frank.
How many
He
Franks are
says,
there?
"You want me to get you fired?" I said, "Look, everybody makes reservations." He says, "We don't have to make reservations. Frank Sinatra is very good friends with the guy that owns the place." I don't even say Sinatra, it's Frank.
Changes
So
the
when he
game a
came in, he
little bit,
said,
huh?
"Is this the guy?" I said, "Oh, that's it. Now we're gonna, now I'm gonna have a problem." And it wasn't a very big guy, but these guys were all around him were pretty big. And he gave me a $100 bill, and that was in the mid-60s.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when he left, because I bought him a bottle of wine for his table, and then they invited me to sit down for a glass of wine. I said, "I can't." They said, "Sit down, don't worry about it." And the owner was Jilly.
Okay.
You know. So that was Jilly's nightclub down in Miami, in Treasure Island at that time. So when I sat down, he says, then Jilly walked in. I tried to get up. The guy said, I saw you sit down, relax. So then Jilly came. I said, I'm sorry, I can't, you know. And I was drinking a glass of wine. I said, don't worry, Vinny. So then when he was leaving, before he left, I told Jilly, I said, I bought him a bottle of wine because he gave me $100.
Yeah.
You know, he said, don't worry, baby, we don't charge him anyway. So on the way out, he goes, hey, Benny, here.
Benny.
No.
And then he gave me another 100
Wow.
on the way out.
That's so cool.
You know, but I
Classic.
made like $200.
There's a famous story of the doorman at the Waldorf, Sinatra.
Oh, the Waldorf,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Fontainebleau.
He was getting into either getting in or out of the car, and the doorman came open the door.
Don't tell me a guy called him Frankie.
No, he gave him $100, and then he went to go and get in the car, and he said, "What's the biggest tip you ever got?" So the guy says, $100 was the biggest tip I ever got. So he gave him another. He gave him 200, and then when he's getting in the car, he says, "Hey, who was it gave you the 100?" He says, "You did." You got an extra 100 out of him.
Well, I seen him in the Fontainebleau. I can talk about him now because now he passed away. But one time I was in the Fontainebleau, and this is after he called me Benny a few times. The guy, the desk clerk said, "Hey, look, there's Frank Sinatra," and the bellhop ran over to me. He goes, "Hey, Frankie!" And he moved away from these guys, and he went right over to me and he hit the guy right in the jaw. He goes, "You mother, you call me Frankie. You know me to call me Frankie. You call me Mr. Sinatra." I said, "I better stick with the name Benny."
I was going to say, you're crazy to correct the guy.
Well, how many decks? How many cards are in a deck? 52.
How many cards are in a deck?
Yeah, it's 52, right? I think he was playing with about 40.
That's
But he was a nice guy, though.
The
The very
Kings were
best.
drunk, that's why.
I'm sorry?
The Kings were drunk.
Yeah, well, there you go. And do you know what his drink was?
Jack Daniel.
That's right.
Jack.
Very good.
Jack.
A lot
I
of people
tried
don't
it, I
know that.
can't stand that
Jack
stuff.
Daniels.
Oof.
Hey, you know what? I'm getting a signal right now, and you know what that signal means? That means that when you're having a good time,
It always has to come
you know,
Party has to end.
everything. When you know what I'm talking about when we're having a good time.
I know what you're talking about.
All good things
Steve,
must
you know
come
what he's
to an
talking
end.
I got it. Now
All
it's
All
starting
good
to
things
catch
must
on.
come to an
Put it
end.
in a sentence. There it is.
Hey, well, I'm not going to get on Amy's case. She knows what I would want to say, but I'm going to keep that all. No, I didn't mean anything bad. No. Except last month, we didn't see her for a whole month.
How come?
We won't get into that either. 'cause
Oh, okay.
She'll start to blush, but that's another story. Anyway, so Steve, you also have tapes, right? You
I have a CD called Songs for Sinatra Lovers.
saw what?
Songs for Sinatra Lovers.
Okay.
And one of the cuts on is starting to get some radio play now. It's Nancy with the Laughing Face. I did it just voice and guitar with Bucky Pizzarelli. And that's starting to get some radio play, finally.
Very nice.
You think maybe we could get you to sing another song, maybe
Could
before?
stop me if you tried.
do.
I would love it.
Yeah, please.
I know.
Give him a nice
Honored.
hand.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Amy, I don't pick on you, do I, baby? No. What's the matter?
Something. For once in my life, I got someone who needs me. Someone I've needed for so long. For once, unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew that someone warm like you would make all of my dreams come true. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once, I got something I know won't desert me. I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you can't take it As long as I know I got love, I can make it for once in my life. I got someone who needs me. Like it's hurt me before, but once I got something I know won't desert me, I'm not alone anymore. Oh, once I can say this is mine, you can't take it. As long as I know I got love, I can make it. For once in my life, I got someone. Yeah, for once in my life I found someone. For once in my life I got someone who needs me. Thank you.
Steve, stay on the mic. Where are we going to sing you next?
Carnegie Club, every Saturday night, the Carnegie Club on West 56th Street, right here in New York City.
Okay.
In August, I'm going to be doing a night at Michael Feinstein's place on Park Avenue.
Now, is there an admission to get in there?
Yes, there is.
There is. Well, I'm sure that if I come and see you, we'll get like 5 comps, right?
Sure, we'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Oh, all right. I like stuff on the arm. All right, now, I'm not going to take it away from you. Listen,
Come on down.
listen to me. If I have to pay, I take care of it. Yeah.
Okay, you can pay.
Okay.
Good answer.
All right, but anyway, once again, I want to thank my 4 girls, my Amy, Autumn. Sometimes you get a little confused, Lucy and Carissa, my angels, you, Steve, my beautiful audience, and we got a great show next week. We got Frank from Prince Street Pizza,
Yeah.
and oh boy, and we're gonna have a ball next week because she says you gotta bring food and all that.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so, but I just want to thank everybody for coming down here tonight. And so, you know what? Everybody just give yourselves a nice
Give
hand.
yourself a hug.
There you go.
Give yourself a round. Thank you, Steve.
The Ramones, blocking, tucking heads, Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, LIEGWB, FTR, and the BQE. Bus stops, taxi drivers, walk, ups and high rises, Picker Street and